It's the Daily Quickie with Arty 84.
Just looking over Mass Pike. How whimsical it is, Mr. Mass Pike. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to the Daily Quickie with Arty. This edition, we're in Boston today. Exploring, walking around. I'm not quite sure what we're going to come across, but come across something. This fine city that I live in. Come with me, will you? This building is a church. It's a round church. It's completely round. It's a circle. I'm not sure if it's actually working or not. Let's see. It says United something. If you go to 333united.net, see what that's about. I'm not sure. It's a church, though. Something significant about the being round, perhaps. So today's quickie. I'm in the theater district, kind of in the south end of Boston today, and I'm actually looking for the location of what was the most, at the time, the most horrific fire at a nightclub in the country. It's still up there in the top 5. Like 300 something people died. In the 1940s, it was the Coconut Grove nightclub. Because of the fire, it started a world of fire safety that had to be incorporated into buildings after this. I'm in the right location. There's supposed to be a plaque here somewhere, so I'm looking for the plaque where it's located. And see if I can actually find the actual place where it was. I mean, I know I'm in the area, but let's see what we can find. Alright, so it looks like we are in the corner of, so they named the street. It's called Coconut Grove Street and Shawmut Street. So I think this is where we're going to be. This is the block I was on. It was actually 17 Piedmont Street. I think I'm actually walking next to it right now. A few years after the fire, the city used it as a, essentially a parking lot. But, let's go. I think I found the plaque. Let's take a look. Alright, so here's the plot. The plot is actually located on the corner of Coconut Grove Street rather, and Piedmont Street, where the front door of the building was. So it says it's 1942 November. And so that's the building right there. That's part of where their lot was. Where I'm standing right now is the main entrance, or one of the main entrances, I should say. Where the street is right there was part of the nightclub as well. This wall right here was actually the original wall of this building. You can actually see the outline of where the nightclub actually was. The street wasn't here. Where I'm standing right now was actually inside the nightclub, but the wall is right there was actually an adjoining wall to the nightclub. So touching that wall, essentially, or being next to that wall, is basically being in the nightclub. They made the street afterwards, and they named it also, obviously, Coconut Grove Street. Where I'm pointing right now, that was part of the entrance to where that building is. It used to be part of a hotel. I'm not sure what it is now, but that was also part of the club. It's kind of eerie knowing where you're standing. 500 people died in one night. We're in this lot right here. Where I'm standing right now was the nightclub. Where I'm standing right now was where the fire happened, and to the left of me over here is where the apartments are right now. They're built is creepy that there's people living there now, and the building I'm facing that's directly behind me right here, that building was a wall to the nightclub. That was basically part of the construction. It's very odd. And this is a very quiet, secluded, secret part of town too. That it's off the beaten path a little bit. It's still downtown. It's in the theater district. It's really, really nice and quiet. It's unbelievable. It's because of the fire, it changed fire laws, not just in Massachusetts, but all around the country. And their fire exits are now something that has to be there. This club didn't have fire exits. They had a couple exits. Some of them were boarded up. Some windows were boarded up because it was a prohibition bar. Instead of having doors next to the rotating door, it's just a rotating door. People got stuck in it. And you can't use highly flammable decorations and materials in restaurants or any public building for that matter anymore because of this. So it's amazing. And while I was here, actually, it's crazy because I lived in the city my entire life. I've never actually been down here. I wanted to check it out because I was in the area. And there was actually someone here looking at the plaque who came to see the plaque when I was talking to him for a few minutes, and he said, yeah, he's in the area and you want to check it out. So it's definitely something. It's 1943. You know, it's almost 70 years ago. Not more than that. I can't do the math on top of my head. I'm barely bad at math. 43 plus this, but yeah, you know, long time ago, put it that way. Almost 80 years ago, I should say. People still come and take a look at it, so it's a very, very interesting thing. Alright, so these pictures you're seeing right there is actually that building. So the right next to this Coconut Grove in that last picture. That is the buildings there attached. I counted the dormers in the building and the windows and stuff, and they matched up perfectly. And where I'm standing right now is essentially where that picture was taken. So if you were back in 1942 and you were looking at the building, this is where it was. The street wasn't there, that building was there, and the building to my left was not there. This road continued down, and they had changed it around and everything. It's very interesting. Alright, this is Park Square. It's the Park Plaza right there, hotel. This is an area of Boston that over the last 2 centuries has a significant amount of facelift. This was originally a depot for trains. Now, this is an interesting design here in the South, and I'm trying to figure out why this design is the way it is. If anyone knows, please leave a comment on the bottom. It's just an architectural feature, but it's actually pretty cool. It actually stretches all the way going down to the end of the street over there. And if you're in Park Square, you can actually come across this thing right here. It actually shows it through the decades and actually through the centuries. It starts at mid-1800s rather, and goes all the way to 2004, showing what buildings were added in this area. There's one of those trolleys right there. So if you're in Boston, take one of those trolleys. They'll stop in all the good spots. So the next place I'm hitting is somewhere where everybody knows your name. See if you can figure out where I'm going. Now you can tell I'm in Boston right now. Look how narrow this sidewalk is. So to the right of me is the Boston Common, and what they did was they added a parking garage under the Common to accommodate parking in such a small cities. But what they did was they took a lane of the road and they cut into the sidewalk. So right there is the Boston Common right there. These are all the buildings looking across to Tremont Street over there. And look at that airplane taking off. That's how close the airport is to downtown Boston. If you go to back one of the other quickies I had, you could actually see us in East Boston, seeing how close the airport is to downtown. It literally is right there. So it's unusual to see stuff. That dome right there, that's actually the State House. You see right there. Do 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 do. Boom. Do 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 do. As a Boston resident, you know not to go to Cheers anytime between, well, basically Marathon Monday and Columbus Day. We'll do this vlog. We'll go inside sometime after Columbus Day in the fall, because it's all, you can't even get in there. You can't even stand. It doesn't look anything like a TV show. So the bars like wall bars, and it's like tight and really tight to squeeze in. So we'll do that one after. Do that one in the fall sometime. So this building is actually really cool. This building in the movie Departed is shown as the FBI headquarters of, actually the state police headquarters of Massachusetts State Police. And over here in Bowdoin Square, we're going to be heading into one of the only train stations in the Blue Line that has not been remodeled yet. As we walk down Charles Street, there's a couple buildings there. Nice, beautiful skyline. This is Bowdoin Station. This is one of the only ones in the Blue Line that have not been remodeled. It's only open during the week. I love this station. It's the only station in the Blue Line that has not been remodeled of all the stations. So it's pretty cool. Let's take a look. Alright, here's an up-to-date map of the transit system. The Blue Line is called Blue because it actually runs underwater. That's why they named it. And we're at the very end of the line right there, Bowdoin. I actually live up in Revere, up in that area right there. It's one of the first subways of the city. Notice the old tile. Look at that stuff. That's what all the old stations used to look like. And this sign is actually like a throwback sign that doesn't seem like it's been updated either. those stations like going into the time machine. This is what all the Blue Line stations looked like when I was growing up. And because this station is so not popular, they don't update it. And unlike most terminal stations where they actually just turn the track around and go back, this one actually loops around. So actually the whole train goes in this way over here and loops all the way around Bowdoin Square. Well, it's been a long day walking around Boston. I walked from all parts of Boston today. And got to see some sights in the city that I didn't think I was going to see, but it was nice. So, time to take a break, call it a day. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And we're going to conclude this place. One of my favorite places I like to get a drink or soup when I can. Good old Dirty Nelly's here in Haymarket, right next to the Haymarket train station. And the Blackstone Block, they call it. Get some cheap beer here. It's a little dive Irish pub. Nice and small. Perfect. And over there to the back is the Custom House in the back. We'll explore that one of these days, but I actually stayed in the hotel room underneath that clock. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy high life, or just stay out of trouble. See you later. Make sure you subscribe, like us, leave a comment, and all that good stuff. See you later.